Hey, let me introduce you to Sweetie. She's a smart adolescent and going all out for shopping. But you know what she did last week? She went to the market and there was a sale all over. Ek pe ek free, one buy one get one free. And you know what? She shopped a lot and got a whole basket full of eatables and dresses. When she came home, she realized that the expiry date of the eatables was over, and so were the quality of the dresses. They were not worth even half the price. So I thought rather than curbing her shopping habits, it would be wiser if I could guide her about the right shopping practices. So, hey everyone, welcome to Knowledge is Fun 2020, where in this session we'll all try to make Sweetie an intelligent and informed consumer. So, the topic today is consumer education and protection. It would be very clear from the introduction. So, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do subscribe and let's proceed. In this session, we'll explain, Sweetie, the importance of the role of consumer education and protection. You must have seen this Jago, Grahak, Jago, and we are all Grahak, the consumer, and we need to be awakened towards our rights. Basic concepts related to consumer education and protection. And in the last video, we'll discuss the knowledge and skills required for a career in this field and scope and career options. I'm sure she would be very happy with the scope and career options in this field because shopping is her favorite hobby. But what is it that makes us a customer? What do we mean by shopping? All of us purchase a variety of goods and services to satisfy our needs and desires. We all have our needs, we all have our desires, and to fulfill them, we obviously need to buy something, and there comes the market and the shopping. Every human is a natural consumer. Can you think of a person who's not a consumer? Be it a farmer, a manufacturer, an industrialist, I'm sure somewhere or the other he is a consumer because the person needs to buy something for his needs. If a person is an industrialist, he needs to buy eatables. If he is a farmer, he needs clothes, utensils, slippers, etc. Now, when we go out to the market, we are unable to fulfill all our expectations. And similar was the case with Sweetie or any other consumer for that matter. The reason could be high prices, adulteration, faulty weights. The products look very attractive in the advertisements. When you go and actually buy it, you realize that you were cheated. And this cheating gives rise to feeling of frustration and kind of corrective measures we are not aware of. What are the measures which we can take? And many a times we think that situation could be better if we had support. Now I was talking about Sweetie. If she had a better support system, knowledge, maybe she could have taken some action against that shop which offered her one for one. What action to take, how to draw the attention of the manufacturer or the service provider towards our problems. They could be cheating, malpractices, etc. And here comes the significance of consumer education and protection. I'm sure she thinks that she is the best shopper, the best customer. But even then, she needs to be educated and protected. Why? Because the number of products in the market is increasing, be it urban market or the rural market. And nowadays, the manufacturer is responsible for supplying good quality products. He cannot just take consumers for a ride. Consumers have the right to redressal if the quality is not as per promised. So, no longer can a consumer tank can be taken for granted. The reputation of a company and the profits are determined by the consumer opinion. And this is the reason that online surveys, feedback forms, they are all offered to the consumer to get a feedback about their thoughts. Now, India is transforming from an underdeveloped to a developing economy. Now, we are already a developing economy and we are moving fast to becoming a developed economy. And to become a developed economy, the standard of living of the people and the buying power has to be increased. Now, what is buying power? We'll talk of it later. But to understand the whole concept of consumer education and protection, the malpractices used, we need to understand the economic system, the relationship of the individual with either the business owner or the government. These are the three stakeholders: the individual, that is the consumer, then it is the manufacturer or the customer, producer, and finally you have the government. You have to understand the relation between the three. So, a consumer needs to be careful, alert, and be well informed. And to be well informed, consumer education and protection is very important. Now, the Consumer Protection Act or consumer rights, they were only recognized in the later part of the 20th century. Can you guess why? Industrialization and globalization has a great role to play. Now we are a global village, and so we have to face the challenges of the global market. The global economy necessitates a global outlook. For if you do not have the global outlook, your life in the global market is very short and the profits would not be possible. It is because of this that Indian government became liberal and opened the door to the foreign companies. Now you can see Coca-Cola, Samsung, Mastercard. If you talk to your grandparents, etc., they'll say that we had very limited choices. Probably only they would have Thumbs Up or Campa Cola or Gold Spot like cold drinks. Now you have Coke, Mountain Dew, then you have Mirinda, Pepsi. So many things are available in the market. So the advantages of industrialization and globalization are that you have high variety to choose from. The products are better and the pricing is competitive because you have to survive in an international market. And the multinationals have established the manufacturing and assembly units in India, or they have to import the items which are a source of revenue or importance in our country. So I hope, sweetie, some of the things are getting clear. But see how very upset this customer is from the variety. So choosing the right product is very difficult. Understanding new technology, products, and features is also very difficult, and I can vouch for it. Now, the new mobile phones, the new technology, I'm very afraid of it and I cannot keep a track of it. To compare the prices and quality is very difficult because new technology is not easy to understand. To make an informed decision, the customers then face problems and malpractices like exploitation, misleading advertisements, etc. But before we move ahead, don't you think that we need to understand the basic concepts behind all this thing? So, the first thing is, what is a consumer? Surely you know, sweetie is a consumer, this lady is a consumer, this boy and young man, they're all consumers. So, consumer is the final buyer of the goods and services. So, if you are buying a product to sell it again, then you are not a consumer. For the satisfaction of their personal needs and wants, these personal needs could be needs of the family also, and it ranges from the product of nature. It could be natural products or both products and services which are available in the market. So it could be market, it could be natural, but you need to have these 2 points to be a consumer. The first is consumer is the final buyer. He is using the product for his own self or for his family, and he pays some consideration. Consideration means some money. So, if you are not paying anything and getting something in a friendly manner or as charity, then you are not a consumer. Now, the concept behind a consumer is that consumer is the primary component of a socio-economic system, be it social or economic system. And every human being likes to have a good standard of living. And the more the people buy, more money comes into the market. आप जितना सामान खरीदोगे, the money would be circulating in the market, and it results in the growth of the country's economy. So sweet is also contributing to the economy of the country, and we should all be contributing to it. But consumer buying power, what does it refer to? We discussed it. It refers to the capacity of an individual customer to buy certain goods and services. So, see, he is calculating how much money he has and how much money he can buy. सो कंज्यूमर बाइंग पावर, आपके पास कितना पैसा है, कितने रिसोर्सेज हैं टू बाय द गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज. एंड high consumer buying power, it implies that the people have high income, and because they have high income they have high purchasing power compared to the supply and prices of goods available in the market. So if it is a developed economy, the consuming power, buying power of the consumers is high. Now, a few more terms. The first is consumer behavior. Consumer behavior is the process through which the buyer makes decisions about the purchases. For example, now it is Corona time. Now, when you go to the market, the consumer behavior is more towards less expensive products, the products which are related to the daily use. It could be mask, it could be sanitizer. So, consumer behavior depends upon their income, their uh, hobbies, their lifestyle, rural, urban, it all defines the behavior of the consumer. Then you have the consumer forum, which are the places or organizations where consumers can discuss the different products and services, their advantages and disadvantages. And some consumer forum also work as the advocacy group. They advise the consumer, they protect their rights and address the problems which are faced by the consumers in their daily life consumer products. Okay, now the problem arises in the consumer product. So what is a consumer product now? Consumer product is any article which is produced or distributed for sale to a consumer for personal or family use in one home or an institution, for example school, hospital, college, offices, etc., or for any business purpose. So these are all consumer products, whether you are using it in your family or institution. We have already discussed it. Now the purchasing power, the buying power, I talked about in the last slide also. Purchasing power may be known as the currency's buying power. All of you are familiar with the buying power of money. Your grandmother would often say कि हम तो 1 रुपए में इतना सामान खरीद लेते थे, and now 1 rupee can buy just one simple toffee. If you even want to buy a good quality toffee, 1 rupee is not enough. It means that the buying power of the currency decreases, and as the buying power increases, the people purchase products of comfort. So as the buying power of the customer increases, people buy products of comfort, satisfaction and prestige. If you have less money, first you have to satisfy your needs, your necessities. You have to give the rent, the payments, fees, electricity bills, etc. If you are earning more, then the excess money is spent on comforts, luxuries, cars, AC, etc., and prestige symbols which contribute to increasing number of customer footfalls. Now, what are the consumer footfalls now? It is the number of customers or consumer who visit any given space at a store or a mall. So if the customer footfall is high, the economy is flourishing, people are buying more. But in the time of a pandemic, the consumer footfall is less. The people are not going out of the house, so the economy is low. So increase in consumption in a country, consumer footfalls are high. So as the purchasing power of an individual increases, then the customer footfall is also high, and the currency's buying power, it implies how much thing a money can buy. Now when you go to the market, any customer goes to the market, be it sweetie or anybody else, you have certain expectations when you are purchasing. You expect that there is ethics in sales and promotion, and it is because of this we rely on the ads which we see on the television or the printed media. Correct weights and measures. We don't often check the weights and measures which were there in the market. Many a times the people stretch the cloth you are buying and make it to 1 meter, whereas when you find it, it's only 90 centimeters. We also expect that the price at which we are buying will be reasonable and we won't be exorbitantly charged. The appropriate and adequate information would be there on the labels, and the product which we are buying is a genuine product, genuine article, and the services are also genuine. Many a times when we buy on Amazon and Flipkart, uh, we have to think over whether the products are genuine or no, but we expect the products to be genuine and pure. The products which we are ordering whether it is food, honey, milk. We expect them to be pure, and the quality of the product is as per the information available. For example, it's not necessary that it is always the best. For example, if I pay more, I'll get full cream milk. If I pay less, then I'll get toned milk. So the quality which is promised, we expect that we are getting those products. So in this video, I'll keep it short, just an introduction. See you in the next video where we'll talk about details and give more information to Sweetie. If you have any comments, do give me in the comment box, and don't forget to subscribe, like and share. See you in the next video with more details about consumer education. Till then, bye bye.